Hello everyone, welcome to the Mercury Virtual. Hope you are doing good. Today I am going to continue with your same module, that is the website design, and the same tutorial, that is HTML tutorial. In the today's class I am going to start with the new chapter, that is chapter number 23, that is the HTML Marquees. In the last class we have finished with the chapter number 22, that is what are the various HTML forms that is used, and we can say what are the various ways by which we can create our forms, how to control various, or how to use various control like the input control, output control, single line input control, multiple line input control, how to create a radio button, how to create a checkboxes, how to create a drop down menu. So in the last class, and in the last class, that is 2 days, we have studied about the HTML forms. Now today I'm going to start a new chapter, that is the HTML marquee, that is the chapter number 23. So let's start the session with the basic concepts of the HTML marquee. HTML marquee is a scrolling piece of text that is displayed. Scrolling means that scrolls around and around piece of text that is displayed either horizontally across or vertically down. So it is either move, or any text that is either move horizontally, that is from the row wise, or either move vertically, that is also the column wise. So any direction it takes, that is a HTML marquee. So it's a scrolling piece of text that is displayed either horizontally across or the vertically down your web page, depending on the setting. So it depends on the setting whether you are applying for the rows, whether you are applying for the columns. So if it is applying for a rows, then it is moving up, left and the right, and if it is applying vertically, then it is moving up, down, and the down, up. This is created by using the HTML marquee tag. So which tag is used for creating the marquee? That is the HTML, that is created by the marquee tag. So this is the tag that is used, that is the marquee tag. Note: the HTML marquee may not be supported by various browsers, so it's not recommended to rely on this tag. Instead, you can use the JavaScript and CSS to create such effects. So HTML marquee tag is not supported by some of the browsers that is used in this one. So it's advice by the given on this book that use the JavaScript or the CSS to create the such effects. So does not rely on the marquee tag, because sometimes it is not available over here, or sometimes it is not available, that is a marquee tag. So instead of using the marquee tag, you can use the JavaScript and the CSS to create the such effects. This is a simple syntax, that is how to use the HTML marquee tag, that is as follows. That is a marquee attribute name equals to attribute value. So whatever the name that is given, that is attribute name, and whatever the value that is given, that is attribute value, then more attributes. So we can use any n number of attributes within the marquee tag, that is a marquee attribute name, attribute values. So this is given that one or more lines or text, or one or more lines or text message, or the image, anything that we are giving, then the marquee will be closed. So whenever we use this one, this is a syntax. So this will move the cursor, moves the cursor, moves the cursor left to the right, right to the bottom, right to the left, left to the right, and up, down, down, up. Then next is the marquee tag attribute. So what are the various attributes that is used with the marquee tag? So following is a list of the attribute that is used with the marquee tag. So these are the one of the important attributes which can be used with the marquee tag. So first is the width. That is what is the width of the marquee. That is what is the division, what is the circular, we can say the rectangular width of the marquee tag. So this specifies the width of the marquee. This can be a value like 10, 20%. So we are giving in the percentage, that is what is the width of the marquee. That is either 10%, either 20%, 30%, and so on. Then height. So this specifies the height of the marquee. That is what is the height of the marquee by which we can use the marquee. This can be any value like 10%, 20%, 30%, and so on. That is the height. Then the direction. This specifies the direction in which the marquee should scroll. That is we can specify the direction, as we say, from the up, down, or the left, right. So we can give the margins, we can give the direction by specifying the direction, that is up, down, left, right. So this can be a value, that is the direction has a value, 4 value, that is up, down, left, right. So whatever the value or whatever the direction we are using, that marquee will move in that direction only. Then next is the behavior. This is also one of the important attribute of the marquee tag. So this specifies the type of scrolling of the marquee. That is what is the type of the scrolling of the marquee that is used in the marquee tag. So this can have a value like scroll, slide, and the alternative. So this can have a different values, depend on the marquee tag, depend on the scenario that will be used in the marquee tag. So behavior depends on the value. There are 3 values of the behavior, either we using the scroll, either using the slide, either using the alternative. So can use any value of the marquee behavior, that is a slide, slowed, scroll, slide, and the alternative. Then next is the scroll delay, that is how to or we can say what is the attribute that is used for the scroll delay, that specifies or this specifies how long to delay between each jump, that is how long it is required to delay between the jump that is required, that is the scroll delay. This will have a more value or a value like 10 etc, that is how many time or how much long is it is used to delay between each jump. For example, one mark is coming, rotating. If you see any website that some content is available in the rotating position, that is designed by the HTML marquee, and we can specify the timing also, that is it specify or this specify how long it will jump or it will use to display between each jump, and this have a value like 10, 20, 30, that is the scroll delay. Then next is the scroll amount, that specifies the speed of a marquee text, that is what is the speed of the marquee text, that is the scroll amount. This can have a value like 10, 20, 30, 60, 40, etc. So this have a scroll amount that specifies the speed of the marquee text, and this have a value, this can text that is used, that is a marquee text, that is a scroll amount. This can have a value like 10, 20, 30, and so on, that is a scroll amount. Then next is a loop, that is how to use the loop attribute. Or what is a loop attribute? So this specifies how many times to loop, that is how many time it appears, that is how many time it will move, that is how many time it will use to loop, and the default value is finite. So whatever the default value, that is finite, that is there is no limit that how many times the marquee will rotate in the website. If you see the website, if you have seen any website, so it's not a limit that marquee will rotate only 5 times 10 signs. No, there is no we can say the division, there is no rule regulation that is used, that is marquee will repeat how many times, that is infinite by default. So the default value is infinite, which means that the marquee loop endlessly, that means there is no end of the marquee tag. Then BG color, that specifies or this specifies the background color in terms of the color name or the color hexadecimal value. So we can use either the color name, we can either use the hexadecimal value that is used for the BG color. So BG color specifies the background color of the marquee, that is what is the background color by which the marquee moves, that may be denoted in terms of the color name or the color hex value, that is the BG color. Then next is the H space. This specifies the horizontal space around the marquee, that is how many or how much is the space that is required for the horizontal, that is required between the rows, that is that specifies horizontal space around the marquee. So this specifies how much is the marquee amount, how much is the horizontal space that is required between the marquee between that is used. So next is the V space, that specifies the vertical space around the marquee, that is what is the vertical space that is required, that is used around the marquee. So one is the S space, that is the horizontal space, one is the vertical space that is used around the marquee, and that have a value like 10, 20%, any value that is take, that is the marquee. So these are the various attributes that is used with the marquee tag, like width, height, direction, looping, behavior, scroll delay, scroll amount, BG color, S space, V space. Now few are the example that is used with the that shows the usage of the marquee tag. So first is the doc type HTML. That is a doc type HTML, that means HTML contains a document type. Then there will be HTML, then head, then title. In the title that is given in HTML marquee tag, then the title will be closed, then the head will be closed, then after the head closed, the body tag will be started. So first of all, there is a title tag that is enclosed within the head tag, then the head tag will be closed. Then there will be a body tag that is used, that will display the body tag, so that will display how to use the body tag. So within the body tag, this is a marquee tag that is used. that is a marquee, that is this is the basic example of marquee, then the marquee will be closed. So this is the out, then body will be closed and HTML will be closed. So this content, that this is a basic example of marquee, will left rotate from the right to the left, that is the going, that is the one of the example of the marquee tag. Now let's execute this marquee tag. Save the file with the marquee.html, put on the desktop, go to the desktop, this is marquee.html. So this is the, you see the output that like this one. This is the basic example of marquee, that is going from the right to the left. And there is no limit that it will rotate how many times. No, there is no limit. So whenever it go to the beyond the screen, it will be coming as soon, like this one. This is the basic example of the marquee tag. So when it is going, it will again come. That means it will circulate indefinite time, because we are not using any attribute for that looping. Like, now these are the various example that is not audio, that is not visible. Now next is the chapter number 24, that is the HTML header. So let's start with the next chapter, that is how to use the HTML headers, or what are the various headers that is used with the HTML. So we have learned that a typical HTML document will have a flowing structure. We have known this, that there will be HTML, then head, then document head related tags are available within the head tag, like title tag. Then the title head will be closed, then the body will be starting. Then within the body the content is given, then the body will be closed and the HTML will be closed. So this is one of the syntax or the basic structure of the HTML document. So this chapter gives a little more detail about the header part, which is represented by the HTML head. That means in this chapter we're going to study about the head tag in detail. That is, what is head tag? In head tag, what are the various items, what are the various tags that is coming within the head tag. So the head tag is a container of the various important tags, like title is coming within the head tag, like meta is coming within the head tag, link is coming within the head tag, base is coming within the head tag, style, script, and then no script. So these are the all tag that is supported by the head tag. That is supported means that is used for the we can say we are enclosing these items like title, meta, link, base within the head tag. That is within opening head and the closing head. Now let's start one by one. That is how to use a title tag within the head tag, or what is the advantage of using the title tag within the head tag. So the title tag is used for specifying the title of the HTML document. That is how to use the HTML document, or how to get the HTML document that is also displayed with the help of the HTML document. So now let's see what is the title tag and what how it is considered within the head tag, that is the title tag. So title tag is used for specifying the title of the HTML document. So if I want to specify any title of the, or we can say the title of the HTML document that is displayed, or that is we can say the specify by using the title tag. So this tag is used for specifying the title of the HTML document, and following is an example to give the title, that is how to give the title to the HTML document. There is a doc type HTML, then this is the head HTML, then head, then title. Within the title it is given, that is the HTML title tag example. This is one of the example of the HTML title tag. Then the title will be closed, then the head will be closed, then the body will be open. And within the head, within the body there is a word that is given, that is the P, hello world. Then the P will be closed, body will be closed, HTML will be closed. So the main target is over here is to display or show, that is how to give the title tag within the head tag. So this is the head tag, and this is the title tag that is displayed within the head tag, and this is the title that is given in the title bar. So this will produce the following result, that is a hello world. Then next is the HTML meta tag, that is next tag is the HTML meta tag, that is how to use the or what is the HTML meta tag that is used within the head tag. So HTML meta tag is used to provide metadata about the HTML document, which includes information about the page expiry, page author, list of keywords, page description, etc. So these are the various information that is required by the meta tag, that is considered by the meta tag. So that is used to provide the metadata about the HTML document that includes or which includes information about the page expiry, page author, that is what is the page expiry date, what is the page author, then list of keywords, page description, etc. What are the various keywords that is used, what are the various page descriptions, and etc. So these are the all information that is required or that is included within the HTML meta tag. And following are a few of the important usage of the meta tag that is used inside the HTML document. So this is the doc type HTML, then HTML, then head, then title. Within the title it is given that is the HTML meta tag example, then the title will be closed. Then this provide a list of the keywords, that is a meta name equals to keyword. So this is one of the meta tag that is used, that contains that is a name equals to keyword, then content equals to C, C++, Java, PHP, Perl, Python. So these are the various content that is available within the meta tag. The next is provide the description of the page. So one is provide the list of the keyword, then provide the description of the page. That is a meta name, description, that content is simple, easy language or learning by the tutorial point. The next is author information, that is a meta name equals to author, content equals to tutorial point. That is also given as a tutorial point. So that is a content equals to tutorial point, then the name equals to author. Then page content type that is used, then meta HTTP equivalent, that is a content type, then content is a text HTML, then the char set, that is a UTF-8. These are the various meta tag that is used. So when we define the meta tags over, we can say when we define the meta tag in the head tag, that will be used as a considerable tag that is used for the value based analysis, that is used for the expiry date, that is used for the fresh date, refresh date, reboot date, robot date, description. So whatever the tag that we are using within the meta tag, that is that shows the description of the meta tag. Then the head will be closed, body will be closed, P will be used, that is a hello world, then the body will be closed and the HTML will be closed. This will display as it is, but these are used in a coding part, that is what are the meta tag that is used, what are the various list of keyword, what are the various description that is used within the meta tag. The next is the HTML base tag, that is how to use the base tag within the head tag. So base tag is used for specifying the base URL. So if I'm using the base URL and if I'm giving the URL in the body part, so that URL is matched, or we can say merged with the base URL, that is done by the base tag. We have studied about base tag already. Basically we have studied all these tags already, but now we are using these tags within the head tag. That is what are various, we can say, the applications of using the head tag and the base tag. This tag is used for specifying the base URL for all relative URLs in a page, which means all other URLs will be concatenated into the base URL while locating for a given term. That is whatever the relative URL that is given, that is included in the all the URL that will be concatenated, that will be merged into the URL while locating for a given item. So while locating a given item, these are merged together within the URL. For example, all the given pages and the images will be searched after prefixing the given URL with base URL, that is given with the base URL that will be merged with the base URL, and this is the URL that is given. So this is the example, that is we are giving the HTML base example. This is the title. Then what is the base URL that is given? That is given within the base. Then there is a href, that is a hyper reference or hypertext reference. That is the base h reference. Then it is given in the double quote, that is the http www.tutorialpoint.com. So this is the URL, that is the base URL that is connected with the relative URL. Then the head will be closed and the body will be opened, and within the body it is given that is the img src equals to images logo.png, then alt, that is what when the image is not displayed, then the alternative name will be given, that is the logo image. Then in the next line it is given as a href, that is anchor href. That is anchor href, that is a href. Then it is given as what's your query, Larry? This keyword are keyword for search in Google, that is there is a search in the Google related to these keyword, then the site will among the display sites. Yes, so these are the various keyword that will be used for the, we can say, the among the site that is used as a Google image. We can search any keyword for these, like base href, title tag, any tag that will be displayed, that will be we can say the, we get the information from the website from the Google. So this is the image src, this is the image name, and this is the alternative name that is given. Then a href, so this is the, we can say, the linking part that is merged with this one, that is the http w tutorial. Then go to the index page of the wtutorial.com. That means this relative url is merged with the base url. So we are giving the relative url in the body part, that will be merged with the base url that we are giving in the head tag, that we are giving in the base, or that we are giving within the base tag. So this is the base href. So base tag will be merged with the relative URL. Here this tutorialpoint.com is merged with the that HTML index page. That means go to the tutorialpoint.com website and go to the index page of that tutorialpoint.com website. Then title equals to HTML tutorial, then HTML tutorial, then A will be closed, that is the anchor tag will be closed, then the body will be closed, and the HTML will be closed. So the this is one of the example of the HTML. This is one of the example of the base tag, that is how to use the base tag or how to merge the base tag. So this is the HTML tutorial that is given. This is the image, that is the image that will be displayed. When you click on this HTML tutorial, it will move to the new location. Now let's see. If I copy this code, go to the notepad, go to the new, go to this one, save the file as which is the name, that is the base.html, go to the desktop, this is base.html, this is the figure that is given, this is the link. When you click on this link, index page will be open. Now look the URL, this index page will be open, whatever the URL that we are giving, these URL, that is this URL, this URL we are giving in the relative part, this URL we are giving in the relative, this URL we are giving in the relative part, and the base URL, that is the www.tutorial.com, that is the first part that is giving over here, right? This is the base href, then www tutorial, that will be merged with the html index.html. So but if you change the base URL to something else, for example, if the base URL is http tutorialpoint.com home, then image and the other given link will become the http tutorial home image logo.png. That means we are giving any title, we are giving anything that will be used within this way. So whatever the base that will be given, that will be merged with the relative URL. The next is the HTML link tag, that is how to use, or what is the usage of the HTML link tag that will be used within the head tag. So the HTML link tag is used to specify the relationship between the current document and the external sources. That is, what is the relationship between the current resources or the current document and the external resources, that is the HTML link tag. And following is an example to link an external style sheet file available in CSS subdirectory within the web root. So this is the example, that is how to link the tag, or how to use the link tag. So this is the doc type, the HTML, then HTML will be used, then the head will be used, and there is a title. Within the title, this is given that is a HTML ink or HTML link tag example, then the title will be closed. Then the base, then within the base, it is given as a href, that is hyper reference, then http tutorial point.com, then link relative, that is a link reference that is given, that is a style sheet, then type equals to text css, that means going to the css, that is a cascading style sheet text, then href is css style.css. This is a reference that is used with the link tag, and the head will be closed, body will be open. Within the body, it is given as a hello world. Then the body will be closed and the HTML will be closed. This is the example of the link tag. This will produce the following result, that is a hello world. Now next is the style tag, that is also displayed within the we can say the head tag. So the style tag is used to specify the style sheets for the current HTML document. So if I want to apply any HTML document, and if you want to apply any style within the HTML document, within the current HTML document, that will be displayed with the use of the style tag. And following an example to define, that is how to use the few style sheet rules inside the style tag. This is a doc type HTML, then head, then title. Within the title, it is given that is HTML style tag example. Title will be closed. Then within the base, it is given that is href equals to tutorial.com. That is given within the base. Then style. Now, what is the style that is used? That is a type equals to text CSS. So whatever the type that is used as a type, as a text CSS, then my class, it is given as a style. So this is one of the style that is available with the CSS, that is a my class. Then background color equals to hash AAA, then padding, then 10 px, that is a 10 pixels. So one is the background color, one is the padding that is used, that is one of the style that is available with the CSS. And what is the style name? That is a my class. Then the code will be closed, then the style tag will be closed, then the head will be closed, body will be opened, then the p tag. Now to learn about the JavaScript, how JavaScript works, kindly check a separate tutorial. Now next is the chapter number 25, that is the HTML style sheets. That is what are the various HTML style sheets that is available within the HTML. So I'm just coming within 2 minutes. Now let's start with the chapter number 25, that is the HTML style sheet. So what are the various HTML style sheet that is available within the HTML? So CSS, that is one of the style sheet, that is a cascading style sheet, describes how documents are presented on screens. That is how documents are presented on the screens, that is how documents have a good look, that is represented by the CSS, that is a cascading style sheets in print, or perhaps how they are pronounced, that is represented by the CSS. W3C has actively promoted the use of style sheets on the web since the consortium was founded in 1994. That is, W3C has promoted the use of the style sheet, that is how to use the W3C, or how to use the style sheet that will be available on the web using the consortium that was found in the 1994. CSS provides easy and the effective alternative to specify various attributes for the HTML tag. So CSS provides easy and the effective alternative. That is, what are the various effective and or what are the various easy and effective alternative that is used to specify various attributes for the HTML tags. And using the CSS, you can specify a number of style properties for a given HTML element. That is, what are the various HTML element, or what are the various styles that is used with the HTML element that is provided or that is taken out by the CSS. And each property has a name and a value. That is, every property that is given within the CSS, that has a name and the value, and that is separated by the colon. So every value, everything is separated by the colon. Every property, every value is separated by the colon within the CSS. And each property declaration is separated by the semicolon. So property and the name is separated, or each property and the each name is separated by the semicolon, and the property declaration is separated by the semicolon. So that means each property has a name and a value. So name and the value is represented or separated by the colon, that is two dots, and the properties are separated by the semicolon. So one is a colon, one is a semicolon. This is one of the example. Let's consider an example of HTML document which makes up the use of the font tag and associated attribute to specify the text color and the font size. That is, what is the text color and how to use the font size. This is the doc type HTML, that is the document type is the HTML, then head, then title. Within the title it is given as the HTML CSS. So within the title it is given as the HTML CSS, that is represented. Then the head will be closed, then the body will be started, and within the body that will be used within the body that is used, that is a p tag, then the font color equals to green. So font color that is given as a green, then size equals to 5, then hello world, then the font will be closed, body will be closed, p will be closed, HTML will be closed. So this is one of the example of the font that shows that is how to change the or specify the text color and the font size. So this is the font color that is given, what is the size that is given as a 5. Now we can rewrite the above example with the help of the style sheet. So now instead of using the HTML, we are now use the style sheet, that is the CSS, for writing the same code. That is the font Hava, we can say the size, any size that is represented, and the color as a green size. That means we have to specify the size and the color of the font. So this is doc type HTML, then the HTML will be opened, then head, then title. Within the title this is given as the HTML CSS, then the title will be closed, then the head will be closed, then the body will be opened. Within the body it is given as a p, then style equals to color green, that is the style that is given as a color green, then font size equals to 24px, hello world, then the p will be closed, then the body will be closed, HTML will be closed. So within the p there is a style, that is a color, that is a green, then font size, that is a 24px, then the hello world, that is a p tag, will be closed. So in this it is given as a style as a color green, then the font size 24px, and the hello world, that is a p tag, will be closed. So this will produce the output like this one. This is the hello world. So this is the same, but the difference is that within the p tag we use the style, that is a style sheet that has a color green, font size 24px. So within the style there is a double quotes and the color is mentioned as a green, and within the or without the color or in between there is a semicolon. As we say, their different properties are separated by the semicolon. These are the two properties, one is a color, one is a font size, so these are separated by the semicolon. And this is the name and the value, that is every property has a name and a value. This is the name, that is a color, value is the green. So name is the color and the green, and this is separated by the colon. So one is a colon, one is a semicolon, right? So this will produce the following result like this one, hello y, that is in the green color, and the size is the 24px. So this we are giving the size as a 24 pixel, that is a px. Now you can use the CSS in three ways in the HTML document. So we can use the CSS, that is a cascading style sheet, in three ways in your HTML document. The first is the external style sheet that defines the style sheet rules in a separate .css file, and then includes that file in your HTML document using the HTML link tag, that is the external style sheet. So this defines the style sheet rules in a separate .css file. So that defines the external style sheet that defines the rules in a separate CSS file, that is the external style sheet. That means everything is available within the separate .css file, and then includes that file in the HTML document using the link tag. So first of all, create a separate style sheet, that the external style sheet, and then link that file with the use of the HTML link tag, so that the external style sheet will be used as the external part, and that will be linked with the link tag of the HTML. The next is the internal style sheet that defines the style sheet rules in header section of the HTML document using the style tag. So this is internal, that we are going to use the internal style sheet that simply use the style tag within the head within the document or within the header of the HTML document, that is within the head tag of the HTML document. So external means that will be external style sheet that will be linked with the help of the link tag. Inline means internal, that is used with the within the head tag of the style tag. Then inline style sheet, that defines the style sheet rule directly along the HTML element using the style attribute, like this one. This is the inline. We are giving as an attribute that becomes the inline, that is the p style equals to color green, font size 24 px. So whatever the style, whatever the content that is used as the attribute, that is the inline style sheet. So one is the external style sheet, one is the internal style sheet, one is the inline style sheet. So these are the three methods by which we are using the CSS: external, internal, and the inline. Yeah, internal is given within the head tag, because this is the tag, style tag we are giving in the head tag. So style tag is used always within the head tag, as we studied. Yeah, inline, just like the example, this is one of the example. This is the style, this is the inline style. Now let's see all the three cases one by one with the help of the suitable example. So shall I continue, or you need a break, Larry? Shall I continue with these, or shall take a break? Okay, take a break for 10 minutes, then come back, move to these three different styles or ways by which we are using the HTML document. So let's take a break right now. So come back from the break. Now let's start the session again. So there are the three different styles by which we can use the CSS in three different ways in the HTML document. The first way is the external style sheet that defines the system or style sheet tool in a separate, as we have studied. This is the internal, that is displayed within the head tag, or that is used within the head tag. Then inline, that is used as an attribute, that is the inline style sheet, like this one. This is the inline style sheet, that is the style equals to this one, right? Now next is the let's start with one by one. That is what is the external style sheet, what is the internal style sheet, what is the internal style sheet. So let's discuss one by one. So external style sheet, if you need to use your work style sheet to various pages, then it's always recommend to define a common style sheet in a separate file. That means if your usage is like a functions in the C and the C++, remember the programming, if I want the same function to be used in more than one program, that we use, or then we make that program or that function as, or that part as a function that can be used multiple times at multiple programs. In the same way, if I want to use a multiple common style that will be common to each and every document that will be displayed, that will be used by using the external style sheet. So we have to put that style that is a common to each and every HTML document, we have to put that style in an external style sheet in a separate file, that is known as the external style sheet that is used. A cascading style sheet, that is a CSS file having the extension .css. So one of the file, that is a CSS file having the extension, that is the .css, and it will be included in the HTML using the link tag. So external style sheet means we have to create one sheet or one file that have a common style that we will be using in the different HTML files, and the cascading style sheet file will having the extension .css, and that will be included in the HTML file using the link tag, that is external style sheet. Now consider we define a style sheet file, that is a style.css, which has the following rules. What are the rules? That is a red, then color equals to red, then thick, that the font size equals to 250, then green, that the color equals to green. So if I want to define these styles, and if I want to use these styles in most of the HTML document, that we define these styles in a separate file, and that file will be saved with the extension .css, that is known as the external style sheet. So here we define the three CSS tools which will be applicable to three different classes defined for the HTML tag. So one is this style, then this style, then this style. I suggest you should not bother about how these tools are being defined, because you will learn them while studying CSS. Now let's make a use of the above external style sheet in the HTML document, that is how to define or how to use the external style sheet within the HTML document. This is the doc type HTML. then HTML, then head, then title. Within the title it is given as the HTML external CSS. Then the title will be closed, then the link tag will be used. Within the link this is given as a rel equals to style sheet, then type equals to text.css, and the reference is the HTML, and the name of the file is the style.css. So we have kept every style within the separate file that is known as the styles.css, and we will be referring the link, or we will be denoted, or will be connected the link tag by using the href attribute. So this href will contain the name of the file in which the different styles will be available that will be used within the multiple HTML file. So this is the link, that is a rel, that is a style sheet, then type equals to text.css, then HTML style.css, then the head will be closed, body will be open. Within the body this is given as a p, then that is class equals to red, this is red, then the p will be closed, then p class equals to thick, then this is thick, then the p will be closed. So this is the style that is used, that will be displayed within this one. Again there is a class green, that is this is green, then class equals to thick green, this is thick green, then this is body close, HTML close. Now let's see, this is the output, that this is the red, this is the thick, this is the green, this is the thick and the green. So four tags will be used, four classes will be used, that will be explained within the CSS, that will be explained within the HTML external CSS. Now let's execute this code. Go to the HTML, save the file with the css.html on the desktop. Now execute the code. So when we execute the code, this is available, this is red, this is thick, this is green, this is thick and the green. Now next is internal style sheet. So one is over, that is external style sheet, next is the internal style sheet. So if you want to apply the style sheet rules to a single document only, then you can include those rules in the header section. So if I want that my style is available within the one HTML document only, so that style will be available, or that style will be denoted within one style only, within the head tag only, within the style tag only. So the style tag will be available within the head tag, that will be implemented within that we can say that HTML document, like a scope resolution operator in the C and the C++, that will be used within that block, within that area, that will be occupied by the semicolons. In the same way, there is an internal style sheet in which the style tag is used to denote the head section, to denote the HTML document. So style tag is always used within the head section, within the head tag. Then rules defined in internal style sheet overrides the rules defined in the external CSS file. So whatever the rule that will be defined in the internal style sheet, that overrides the rules that will be defined in an external CSS file. The next is the example. Now let's rewrite the above example once again, but here we will write the style sheets rule in order to or in the same HTML document using the style tag. So this is one of the example that shows how to use the style tag, how to use the HTML document using the style tag that will be displayed, or that will be used within the head tag. So next is the internal style sheet, that is how to use the internal style sheet, that is how to use within the same document, that is become the CSS file, that is a red, green, blue example that is given. This is a red, that is color equals to red, then thick, that font size equals to 20, then green, that the color equals to green. So this is available within the internal style sheet, that is available within the base tag, that is available within the style tag, that is available within the base tag, that is used within the HTML document. So this is used for the internal style sheet that is available within the HTML document. This is the internal because that is available within the HTML document, not a separate CSS file that is saved with the CSS extension. So before this, or we can say beyond this, I will be discussing in the next class, that is in the tomorrow's class, that is in detail what is the internal style sheet. So that's all for today's session. And if there is any doubts, any suggestions, you can ask the doubts from me. And tomorrow's class topic is the internal style sheets and the so on. Next coming topics. So let's stop over here only. We will meet tomorrow with the new concept, that is the internal style sheet. So thanks a lot everyone for listening me. Bye bye.